Here's another good example of why cyber insurance coverage is the fastest growing industry segment for risk coverage on commercial lines and even personal lines. It's an article from ABC News where a large university college system in California had a ransomware event where many of the identities of their students and even faculty may have been stolen by hackers and even leaked to the internet. So it says at UC, University of California, that a group might have stolen and published personal data, and hundreds of other schools, government agencies, and companies were part of this organization's scam. So the cybersecurity attack alleged a vulnerability in a third-party vendor software called a Celion, and this software was not part of the school software. They had a subscription to it to transfer files, and the hacker would get information from this system and then threatening mass emails to publish data to scare people into giving them money. Now, the reason why this is important for companies and any organization is because you may have liability beyond just losing the data. You may have liability to notify your customers or your clients. You may actually have liability for damages if that information is used improperly, especially if you didn't use best practices to protect it. And it's not just this one school. The cyber attack affected 300 organizations, right? So there's companies, government agencies, all had this breach. And this is why cyber coverage and cyber liability coverage is a huge growing segment of the insurance industry for commercial lines, mostly commercial lines policy. In many states, it's part of excess and surplus lines where it's not an admitted carrier that offers this. But check with your agent to see what kind of coverage you can get for your business to make sure that you have best practices to prevent these. But also, if you have a breach that causes losses, maybe they lock down your accounts receivable, maybe they delete your customer files, maybe they delete intellectual property. You want to have coverage to make sure that your losses don't put you out of business as a company and that you can continue operating and have funds available to make sure your entity moves forward without having this data or these records.